Let's prepare for a tutorial of Sirsasana, headstand. Starting in a hero's pose, take a moment, bring your hands to prayer to soften the breath, relax the shoulders. And we'll begin our pose today by coming into Balasana with the knees together, letting the hips sink back to the heels. The hands can be palms facing up, reaching past your toes, top of the head settled down onto the floor. Steady breathing. And as we get ready here, we'll come back onto hero's pose to do some dolphin push-ups. So we'll start onto the hands and knees. You can let the forearms come down to the mat, about shoulder width apart. Measure out the space of your forearms so your fingers wrap around your elbows. And you can replace the hands, interlace the fingers, relax the weight forward, tuck the toes under, lift the hips. This is our dolphin pose. For our dolphin push-ups, we can go forward all the way down into a forearm plank and back up. Now here my feet are pretty wide or apart, away from the elbows. But if you want to walk the feet a little bit closer, then you would just go as far down as is comfortable for you. Taking a moment here, and then we'll do another set or another round. Bringing the weight forward with the inhale, back with the exhale. Again, maybe trying to walk the feet in a little bit more, finding more your traditional dolphin pose, pressing the heels down, steadying the breath. And then when you're ready, bringing the knees down to prepare for Sirsasana. We're going to place the anatomical top of our heads on the floor as the back of the head gets placed into the hands, like a little basket. Then, as we prepare pressing into the shoulders, we tuck the toes under. Lift the hips up by straightening the legs, and we can walk the feet in. Now this is a prepare pose, and you're welcome to stay here as long as you need to. Only when you're feeling ready, we move on. So steady your breath here. As you're ready, one toe comes up, and you can balance. Maybe the other toe comes up. If you find your balance here, then you will start to elevate the knees up towards the sky, finding your center line here. Here's another view of that same movement. Knees up, stacking your hips over your shoulders, and you keeping your toes pointed. Strong shoulders here. When you're ready, you can start to lengthen the legs, toes pointing now towards the ceiling, and we find ourselves in Sirsasana, headstand. So you want to press strongly with your forearms, elbows, wrists, really kind of grounding yourself with that part of your body. Make sure that the neck feels comfortable here. You shouldn't feel any pain or tension in the neck. If you're comfortable, you can go ahead and add some movement to the legs, some stag legs, alternating sides, always coming back to center. Maybe attempting a straddle by opening the legs out to the sides, and then flexing and pointing the toes. Always coming back to center. We can try a little bit of a challenge here by lowering the legs about halfway. You might be able to see the toes here as you point them. It's a lot of strength in the core and a lot of strength in the shoulders. Again, mindful of your neck as you come back up. Re-engaging, finding the center line. When you feel ready to do so, you can lower one leg down, followed by the other leg. Make your way down to your knees. Keeping your head lowered, you can open your knees, lengthen your arms forward for a nice, long, easy Balasana. Make any adjustments necessary here to feel comfortable. Keeping the head lowered. Remember that Sirsasana is an advanced inversion. It's an advanced asana. And it's actually referred to as king of all asanas. So take your time learning this posture. Take your time feeling your way through it. As you come back into a kneeling position, just offering yourself a little bit of gratitude. Thank you so much for joining me in this tutorial today. And now we're going to put it all together with my friend Susan here, who is going to kindly demonstrate how we're going to do this with someone that perhaps isn't that used to coming into headstand. So notice she's going to do the same setup as the first demonstration, finding the space there between her elbows, making sure her fingers are nicely wrapped, and the palms come down, the wrists interlacing the fingers. The top part of her head is going to go on the floor, the back into her hands. And then from here, she's going to tuck the toes under, walk the feet in, take some time. Now she was a little eager to come up, so I was trying to get her to be steady in the prepare. But here she's going to bring one toe up and then the other. And now I'm helping her keep her control or keep her balance as she brings her feet back. And you can see that, you know, if I wasn't there, she may have fallen back or forward or wouldn't have been able to go straight up. But really my aid for her here is just more emotional than it is physical, to be honest. She's got the strength. She's able to hold herself. Notice how she's pressing into the shoulders nice and strong. Now I let go of her entirely. This is all her own strength. She's pointing through her toes, even though you can't quite see here in this frame. And then to come down, I assist by just simply holding her hips back as she lowers her legs. And she can soften her knees a little bit here, but she's keeping herself nice and strong, attempting the halfway lift. And then as she exhales, she can bring the knees down, toes down, and then she's going to be able to come into a nice balasana. And now I'm going to give her a little extra love by allowing a little bit of weight down onto her sacrum, lengthening her spine as I pressed into the upper part of her back. And it's very gentle. I'm not pushing very hard. I'm just giving her a little extra love. Great job, Susan.